On the previous episode, we've done some crazy work when it comes to animation modes. Today we're going to take it a little bit slower. Before explaining what we're doing in this episode, I want to thank you so much for the support, for liking and watching the videos, and this is much more of a personal project of mine. I want to record myself having, to my opinion, the best mode list out there. Of course that is personal preference, however, I will be making more of those, and today we're going to pretty much update kinda everything. I am going to include a bunch of gameplay modes, such as fixing the third-person camera or adding some gameplay features, and then we're going to enhance the landscapes, the grass, the character skin. I'm going to show you what's the best setup I'm using when it comes to character skins, when it comes to both male and female characters, and pretty much kinda get a bit of everything. I want to set up everything, so in the next episode we are going to work on an ENB and lighting and things like that. You can tell me your opinion, what do you think I should do to fix those videos that we said. Stay awesome, and let's continue with modding. This is a link for the Skyrim Special Edition High Poly HUD. I am going to show you how to set up High Poly HUD. Sadly, you cannot download it through Nexus. You have to go to a third-party website, which I'm going to put the link in the description. This is safe. The mod author is, I think, Russian, so his website is kinda down and it's been rough. Any modder who works from Russia for obvious reasons. So that being said, let's go and download the High Poly HUD Special Edition. Download this, it's super safe, and we're going to download this. What High Poly HUD does, it decreases, as you can see, it's an extremely big mod. It's, if I can show you, 108 megabytes. It's a very big mod, because what it does, it fixes the polygons of the head, it makes it less blocky and better. If you play Skyrim for a very long time, you will understand the difference the second you see what this mod does, and it's very tricky as well to kinda set it up. I'm gonna show you how to do this in the character creation. Let's go and put this into our mod organizer of your choice. Let's go no second form. Let's click, actually let's go for expressive face chain, and let's click both of those because we have them. Vampire head fix, let's get that. And let's grab this one, High Poly Vanilla here, we have that, and let's get the BSA files. That's pretty much it. We are getting the CG female eyebrows for High Poly HUD, so this builds up upon a mod that is called CG female eyebrows. We're going to get this one for male ones. This again fixes the eyebrows when it comes to NPCs, so it makes them much more better. If you see the vanilla ones, they look really bad. It's very self-explanatory. We're going to get the SG eyebrows, and on top of that, we're going to use the SG female eyebrows, but for High Poly HUD. And it's going to be an episode where I guess we're kinda improving how the characters look like, but as I've said, it's a little bit parts of everything, if that makes sense. We're also getting the eyes AO clipping fix, which it fixes kinda this weird thing going on eyes, which it looks very irritating. So let's go and grab it in addition. Something else to get is the conditional armor type animations, which depend on what armor you're using, light armor, cloth or heavy. It changes the way your character works. It works for both male and female. The requirements are dynamic animation replacer, so go ahead and install that. Vero Levy, it's one of the best modders when it comes to animations, at least in my opinion. I love his animations so much. I will highly recommend you to get all of his animations. Those are the animations we're going to get, by the way, which improve the walking, the running and the sprinting animations to a way where they're not over-sexualized, which is how every animation looks out there, I swear to God. They look normal, and I'm going to show you how they look as well. Okay, we have this one is what I wanted to check. So, Goetia animations. Let's start with the magic spellcasting. This is how it looks like, magic spellcasting. You see the vanilla and you see the Goetia. It's pretty cool. It pretty much is the best mod when it comes to, again, spellcasting animation. It's gonna make your game looks so much better. All of these animations are great. There is even an animation where you can use your stuff as a walking stick, which is pretty cool. Again, you can check all of those on your own, but I highly recommend you to get those. They're pretty good. Like, let me show you, for instance, the walk and run animations, just to get an idea that, again, we're trying to make Skyrim look vanilla friendly, not over sexualized, or not try to make it look like a different game. As I've said, this is the walking animation, looks very family friendly, very normal. You can do anything you want with Skyrim, that is the beauty of it. I've seen so many people try to do so many different things when it comes to Skyrim, but in the end, it doesn't feel like Skyrim and the game is very lacking. And we're trying to make the game as lord friendly, just pretty much a better version of Skyrim. And again, we try to make the game not have any FPS issues, run smoothly, no crashes, and just look at this. Those are the type of animations I want to get into Skyrim. You see the sprint, you see the run, it's really good. And that's pretty much what we're going to get for. So if you like what you've seen there, pretty much go ahead and follow my instructions and go and download pretty much all of those. So first of all, Goetia animations, magic spellcasting, pretty cool mode. Which also reminds me, as we download this, let's go here and let's download the first person magic mode, which works with all of our previous animation modes we've installed in the previous video. It's actually called finally first person magic animation. Grab this one as well, pretty self-explanatory. No, it's fine, it's a new version even. Let's grab that. Let's go to Goetia animations, enhance staffs. Again, check the requirements, we're fine. Always check those. Continue, install. I like it. Let's install both, I guess. Let's have the animation play for pretty much most of the staffs. So get both of those again. Both the main file and the first optional file. Let's go to the Goetia animation female rock, which is really nice. There is also a male version for it. As you can see in the description, it requires the conditional armor type variation, which it is such an amazing mod actually. So let's grab the additional file as well. Let's again, which all applies to the armor variation mode. Grab this one, grab that one as well, and let's go to the sprint. I love the sprint a lot. Continue on everything, continue on everything. It's a mess, I know, but it's not at the same time. It's just overwhelming. My mod manager, grab both of the files again, both the main file and the optional file. And then we have the conditional sounds, which I'm gonna show you what this does, so it can blow your mind. Look at that. It pretty much plays sounds as you're about to see. So the person is about to shout. So it adds, this is the whelming animation, and I like the normal one. Let's get the Goetia animations again. Let's grab again both of the files, install again. Then go to Goetia animations, which is sneak magic, pretty cool actually, and install that one as well. Now we're gonna go and let the mod organizer pretty much install everything. Those are pretty much all of them that are playing at the same time. Let's grab all of them. So the first person magic animation will be kinda randomized and they will always feel different. Let's grab this one. It's the best skin mode when it comes to males. So let's go and grab the Interpret Skins dress version. Of course, we're not using any nude versions here. Let's grab the 3PA vanilla armor, no rim lighting, which is interesting mod. As you can see, it adds those. I don't like the colors and the shaders, they feel very weird, especially with ENBs and things like that. CC add-on and the normal one. It also applies on CBBE. Let's get that. All of the little small mods here and there. We're gonna do a beautification pretty much. It looks slightly better in my opinion. I mean, it's whatever. Here you can pretty much choose whatever you want. I just want to pick something that looks much more like it fits on Skyrim. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go with 4 because I don't know. That's how I imagine Nords looking like. And I don't like the first option. I think I'm gonna go with a male character in my first. I always like to go for the much more either hard life or stabbed faces. Let's go with hard life, I guess. Make them as withered and as badly looking as possible. Let's go for 2K as well. I cannot show you the mod here because I might get a vacation time, if you get what I'm saying. Let's go and grab this one right here. It also works for 3BA. if I'm not mistaken. The improved eye model is another beautiful mod. It only works with high poly head as far as I know. And let's go and grab this one as well. I cannot show you how this looks. It's pretty much a different presets. I like this one as well. I like the older too, but let's go with young one. Vampire face structure, this is too much. Yeah, I don't like the bite marks here. I'm gonna go with a much more human-like. I don't like when the elves have those weird looking eyes, so I'm gonna put this for everything. Again, we have race menu. We have the express facial animation for male, for female. We don't run enhanced character edit, so do not select that. We have this one and this one. I don't care about the reflection too much. I just want the eyes to look like vanilla but slightly better. So you want every time you add an animation mode to pretty much click Nemesis, update engine and launch the behavior. You want to go under head and find the face part here. It says face part. You want to go all the way to 3. The 3 here is the high poly head. Those two right here. If you're not gonna use the option 3 and option 4, if I let's say will go with option 1 or 2, that means I am not running high poly head, which is why you're going to see weird issues with your character when it comes to beard being in the wrong place and some things like that. Let's remove this and let's check, and Jesus Christ, that's, don't pay attention to the preset, that's pretty much a generic one we're using. You see the animations running and everything here. It's pretty cool, the sprinting, the walking as well. I want to add a bunch of different ways to fast travel, like through Wayshrines or teleportation spells, extra caravans, or we're going to have so many ways, immersive ways, to pretty much fast travel that you won't be needing to do the normal fast travel like in vanilla Skyrim, because it feels really weird. So let's get the Swift, which is for the Wayshrines, and let's also get the patch for open Wayshrines, which makes the Wayshrines look a little bit cooler in my opinion. They're open, something extremely small, but you know, small things like that helps a lot immersive wise. We're going to install at some point the horizon system, so you can actually click on signs you find on different roads and fast travel like that. Let's also grab SmoothCam, which is another amazing mod to have, which makes or improves the third person camera. So first of all, grab SmoothCam. It's going to pretty much improve the third person camera, so it doesn't have this horrible angle. Better third person selection. It is, oh my god, this mod is absolutely beautiful what it does. You have to try this to understand what it does. So just grab the better third person selection here, and also grab the Contextual Crosshair. Let's grab the detention meter, select this one, SmoothCam, we have select this one. So detection meter, this works like, as you can see, this is how it's going to look whenever you stealth. It's very modern, it's really nice, and I absolutely cannot play Skyrim without this. We've got a new version as well. Let's grab these two, and let's actually change the way the UI looks in the game. Let's grab the Skyrim Souls updated. This makes it where every time you select something in your inventory or you go through your character menu, you cannot actually stop time. It makes it more realistic, it's much more challenging, and it enforces decision making, which is a very nice mod. Let's also get the quick loot add-on, which makes the looting system in Skyrim work pretty much like in Fallout 4, which is a very good upgrade. So let's go and grab this one right here, the 1.97. Don't get confused with the main files, always follow what I'm doing to have this work. And last one, I really want a different UI. I have the best UI to recommend to you. I mean, that's kinda subjective, I guess, but Untarnished UI, it's the best UI I have found. It pretty much includes everything into one package. Instead of downloading Nordic UI, something complicated like that, this pretty much has everything. You need to install Dear Diary and the TrueHUD addition, so it works very well with TrueHUD addition and movement speed overhauls. So let's go and grab the Dear Diary. Let's grab Infinity UI. Again, I'm really sorry if I'm doing all of those mods at once. And let's grab the compass mode, which I think requires the infinite UI, if I remember correctly. The compass mode adds this pretty much. Every time you scroll through a location, it's going to show you on map like this. It's a beautiful mode, and it requires, yes, I remember correctly, infinite UI. And looks like there is an update. Version 2.1. This, okay, compatible with 1. We need this one and we're going to grab it. Let's grab the only reason I'm grabbing Dear Diary is because it's going to work with Untarnished UI and you're going to see how much better the game will look. I don't think I have SkyHUD. Let's go and grab both of those, I guess. The requirement for the Dear Diary mode. And something I've learned about the Dear Diary, do not go for the dark mode because the warm color is not going to work with a tarnished UI. Instead, grab the white color here. And as we do this, last one, let's grab Untarnished UI and install that as well. As we wait for everything to install, I'm going to install everything and then show you in game how it looks. I guess we're getting the landscape and water fixes. Let's grab landscape and water fixes as well, just for now. I think I'm just going to go with only the main file for now. So SmoothCam for Skyrim Special Edition again. I prefer ECL so it doesn't take account or space. When it comes to everything, proceed, go for the loose file. Let's not select any preset because we're going to have install iHUD. Oh crap. Let's grab iHUD as well. So many of those. iHUD and SmoothPads compatibility. I like that. Let's grab iHUD again. Very important mode. Very self-explanatory. Let's grab this one too, which works with iHUD and SmoothCam. There we go, and that's a little bit for pretty much most of the mods, unless I find something we're missing. Let's grab all of those, install 2 more, continue, install system, configuration, sure, map menu, inventory. Select your monitor range you have, from it's 69 because my monitors are crap. Get the normal version, install book, lockpicking, stats menu, leveling menu. Looks there is a different one for that I think later on, but let's go for that. Let's go with that now. Install message box replacer, tutorials. I'm just going slowly because I want to see. Oh, that looks nice. Sure, let's get that one as well. Install HUD, Oblivion like. HUD, no thank you. Compass navigation overhaul. Yes, pitch markers. Like this. Dialog menu, sure. Let's grab, oops, sorry for that. Let's grab this one right here. I don't know what this is. No, select no for that. The wheel menu replacer, sure, the cursor. I like the normal one, if that makes sense. Only compass markers, I guess. English, Latin. Install your UI sounds. And let's go like this. Again, here comes that Untarnished UI, which is going to replace everything the Dear Diary just put. I like the cursor as well. Oblivion interaction icons. Let's get Oblivion interaction icons. Oblivion interaction icons, because it's gonna work in addition with those. Let's go and grab this one. Again, it's going to add a bunch of interaction icons too. And again, I'm really sorry if that's a little bit chaotic, but it works like that. So let's say we have that. Let's lie. Again, those are pretty much, all of those are choices you want to have. I always say you go for the normal option with favorite menu. Let's go with the normal one. I don't like the Nordic stuff. Just go like this. Book menu, lockpicking, pretty much everything that the Nordic UI. Look at that, this looks so clean. That looks cool. That looks cool. Again, base one. Untarnished. There you go. Let's get this one. I love that. The widget, which goes for 3 HUD. Height south meter, which I prefer it. Let's go like this. Quick load. RE plus Oblivion interaction icons. Skyrim character sheet, wheel menu. I've never used wheel menu in my life. And plugin to remove. Those are pretty much the small mods you can use for it. I don't think I'm going to use any of those, to be honest. Let's go with Dear Diary. The white text, not the warm text. The white text is the one we're using. Font type, let's keep the vanilla one. Something vortex, wait. Okay, and that was kinda weird, but we've got everything working. We're installing landscape fixes too, which once I click check again. Landscape and water fixes. Let's get the landscape and water fixes since it's missing with the Wayshrines too. Grab this one, which is a new one. And also, what about the grass? I think it was called Folkvangr grass or something like that. I can't remember very well. Let's grab at least the vanilla one. Let's grab this one. It's one of the best, if not my most favorite grass mod of all time. Let's grab this one. It's going to enhance the landscapes. I would like to show you something different, I guess. Oh, navigator is really good. Oh my god, there's so many to get. So many to get. Navigator. Oh, enhanced textures. Oh my god, okay, there is 2 mods we need to get. Navigator. Let's get Navigator and let's get the UI fixes, UV fixes, which I completely forgot. Let's grab those 3. So, first of all, I'm going to grab the ones where I'm missing. Navigator is going to give us Nave Maze fixes, which if you don't know what this is, have you ever spotted an NPC who is having trouble walking around specific areas? That's because the Nave Mazes for this specific location do not work properly because Bethesda and Doc Howard. What the Navigator does, which we're going to install right here, it fixes those areas. It has a bunch of modes that will pretty much, as you can see, will fix where enemies can pass through doors and things like that. The lighting is just for you to understand what is happening. And the UV fixes, we're going to get those, are actually fixing stuff that static mesh improvement and Noble Skyrim does not include. So first of all, let's get this one right here, the UV tweaks. Let's get the better map thingy for the staircases. Sorry for that. It's 5 AM. I don't know why I am editing that late. Let's grab all of those and let's grab the Navigator Nave Mazes, which they're new as well, which is really nice. So this is the last one. After we grab all of those, then we'll go in game. And after launching load, that should be able to make us launch the game, so I can show you what's up. As you can see, this is for the UV tweaks and it even has a static mesh improvement conflicting files, so you should be fine. And they're going to fix the vanilla stuff. I want all except the stone holes, because we're going to add extra stone holes on our own. Let's get the 3D ropes, let's get those, and let's get the reduced light flickering at night. Select this option if you use 4K textures. Nope, we're good. Let's get again all of those classic ones, let's get this one, and that should be the UV tweaks. It's not a graphic update. Don't clean the... Okay, just get the ESL, so those don't count as... Just get the ESL file for the Navigator, so those do not count for... actually, ESP files, which is going to count for your mod list, pretty much. Get everything, and the UV tweaks before, what it doesn't really increase or enhance the graphics of your game. It just makes sure the polygons just look sharper. It gives a better shape to objects and things like that. Go for this one, it's the recommended option as the mod author says. Skyrim Sewers, so you know what, I lied. Let's go and get Skyrim Sewers, because it's a beautiful mod. I always like to use it. Let's grab the patch for Sentes and Durses too. We're gonna grab more patches later on for other quest mods we'll get. Grab this one, it pretty much adds a sewer system in the whole Skyrim, which is pretty cool. Extra dungeons, and again, it's not going to crash your game. It's completely fine to install that. And I also got the Sentence Endurces one because it's really nice. Oh fuck, do we need to get Vigilant again? I guess we need to get Vigilant too, guys. I'm really sorry, I lied again. Let's go and grab Vigilant again. Again, I'm going to get all the Vigilant type of these mods if I can for now. Like there is armor mods. Let's just go for just the vanilla Vigilant. Oh my god, there's a new one? There is an actually new one. Let's grab the Vigilant, one of the best quest mods, if not the best quest mod out there. And let's grab this one, which is pretty much all of the Vigilant textures to fix. They have the English voice add-on, which adds English on Vigilant because otherwise you can't understand anything. No snow under the roof for Vigilant, which is nice to have. And we're gonna get a bunch of other optional mods in another part of the video. Again, finish this one, get this one as well. It's going to add with True HUD, it's gonna add health bars for bosses. So get this one working, and that should be it. I hope so. So we don't have more mods to install. That's what happens when you install a bunch of mods. You're gonna have more and more mods coming up because of the requirements and the conflicting files. It's gonna take a while for Vigilant to get updated, so I'm gonna see you once Vigilant gets updated so you can actually go in game and see what's up. Not snow under the roof. Ground snow. That's how you clean it. You just click OK, wait for this to finish the loading, and then you pretty much close it the moment it's done. Like right here, you close it and you start plugins, and that will fix it. So finally, let's go into the game. This time we're going to make a male character too. Again, you see the difference when it comes to the UI and everything. Let's make a new game. We're gonna install new music and stuff later on, but you see how the Untarnished UI works. I just personally love it because it looks so clean compared to anything else. Let's make a guy, and you see here, let's go to face again, and this is what you want to do again with the face bar. This is the high poly head, this is vampire, and this is normal. Let's go with normal. See the interaction icons in the hand, it's from the Oblivion interaction icons. You see the new dialogue, which is much better. See everything's pretty much changed. Let me show you for instance. This is how the UI looks. You go to the inventory, it's pretty much the same. You go to leveling menu and it's kinda the same, slightly different. And here you see some grass. As you can see, oh by the way, I'm clicking as you can see my inventory, and the time keeps going by, which is going to make the combat much more realistic. There you can see the grass from the landscape mod we installed. Those are going to have animations later on. Look at the camera too. You see the camera has changed. We're going to use a setup later on, but the camera is finally on the side. And again, we're going to fix that. There you see the crosshair where you can actually go and loot things, and as you loot things, you see on the right, you see whatever you loot. So it's pretty cool. Let's again remove the helmet just to see those nice physics, as you can see here. And those are the bow animations. You can see we're going to fix the top on the left. You see they're overlapping the health bar and the stamina bar, but we're gonna fix those. This is the rapid shot, which is really cool. You can show normally, you can do rapid shot. It's not slowing down. Here is the stealth, and do you see the bar here? There's the stealth one. It's really nice. And I don't know if there is anything more. Let's go to White Run and just run a little bit. This bandit is not very happy to have us around. And here is the White Run. You can see the new landscape mode. It looks good. I'm not even running load gen, and this is how the game looks. One of the mods we're going to install next, it's NetScript Framework. And what this does, you're going to install this, which I've already done. Click Download Manager, click Download and let it install. As you can see, it has a requirement and is very important. I'm going to explain what the script does, or the NetScript framework, but first, this is the other file you need, and then I'm going to post most of those in the link description. You need to go here, manually download this file, extract the file. I've already done it and I'm gonna show you. Extract the file, and this is the extract file. This is exactly how it looks. What you want to do next, you need to go to your Skyrim Special Edition and you need to find the original, as you can see, Bing 64 file and rename it. Copy paste exactly this on the original, and then on top of that, place the one DLL file you extracted, the one right here. Copy paste that into your Skyrim Special Edition. So you're gonna have two of those, and that's because of the priority issues. If you go, and this is installed, if you go and press NetScript Framework right here, you go to Crash, and you're going to see I had a crash happen to my game. You're gonna click on that, and it shows you those three. This is what is important here. This right here and this right here. Those 6 things. Apparently, Elden Parry was something that I've never installed before, so it was causing crashes in my game. And I've made a sticky note about it in my previous video. I'm gonna make one in this as well. Uninstall and delete Elden Parry, and your game is gonna be fine without any crashes. So what NetScript Framework does, every time you have your game has a crash, you're gonna do pretty much what I've shown you, and you will be able to see all of the crashes, which is extremely good, especially if you're new to modding, and if you have something you cannot really read, let me know about it. A new animation mod, new creature animation giant, which changes the vanilla animations of creatures, and Stux, this is how I'm going to call him, actually has a bunch of those mods. The farmer animation, this is a pretty good one. Do not go for the faster animations, because faster animations, they might sound cool. The problem is they are too fast for you to block or react to them. Get the farmer one. The giant one looks great. The lurker animation looks nice, I'm gonna show you. Those are the ones again I've been using, like, you can see they're much more modern. It's kinda cool actually. We've got this, we're gonna get this one of course, lurker animation. There is even a newer version. And then we're going to grab flies around corpses. This pretty much adds flies, or at least the sound from what I've seen. And it's a nice mod, it doesn't have any bugs or issues. And let's go and install that. Another mod I want to get, it should be the jump overhaul, which is something we've completely missed. Let me check this really quick. It's going to change how jumping works, and we don't care about this one. Get the jumping behavior and install that as it is. We will require to run Nemesis for that, but get the jump behavior overhaul. Provide full features, mode jumping, landing. Yeah, that's cool. Let's get everything. Realistic jump, short jump, 360 movement. Let's go with this. If we encounter any issues with the jumping behavior, I'm going to check it out. Let's go and grab that. And this will be the one with the torches too, if I can remember the name. Torches cast shadows, which is also really cool. Those two usually go together. It's going to increase or fix the lighting, add much more immersiveness to torches, lighting sources, and it's going to work really nice later on with all of our lighting modes and ENBs. So grab that one as well. And now we're going to run Nemesis, run loot after everything is. Let's go for Sable again. Just slightly. Let's go for optimized. Let's go for this one too, to not get through the limit. I will recommend you to get exactly the checks I have here. I don't like the vanilla behavior patch when it comes to Earth Encounter. Grab the jumping behavior overhaul, launch Nemesis, and that should fix the jumping, make it feel like the true directional movement. The smoke, as you can see, it's very subtle. I prefer the subtle over the classic one because it looks, I just prefer it. I don't want the smokes to be overwhelming. And once you're going to get ENB, you will be able to, or the looks lighting modes that we're going to use, it will be much more easier to check what's up. Let's go through the woods and then I'm going to check how the jumping works. I don't think I like the sliding, or I would prefer if there was sliding. I don't know. I feel that's kinda not something I like, so I'm going to reinstall the jump behavior overhaul without the mod that kinda stops the sliding. So I go to the jump behavior overhaul, click here, and reinstall this without the feature we picked up previously. Grab this one, the short one, and remove this one. And this one should do it now. You will have to run Nemesis again. Go and grab the Immersive HUD, which is a nice mod to have. It pretty much overhauls the whole, as you can see here, fort, and it's friendly when it comes to stability. It is not going to cause any crashes, nothing wrong with your game, as long as you install it properly. And lastly, let's go for the EV, which is a bunch of removed files if I remember correctly. And let's go one by one. This is going to get the cat footsteps restoration. This is going to have the hooves having fire elements on top of it. It's just a bunch of, extremely small things. So let's go and grab all of those. Most of them are ESLs, and I'm going to show you how to check ESLs and things like that, or how to fix that later on with the merge file. But for now, let's just go and download all of those small things that have been removed from the game and continue with that. Face gen files for vanilla PCs. If you experience anything weird with faces, get that, but I have a specific mod list for that, so it should be fine. Skyrim project optimization. Actually, let's go and get that. Skyrim project optimization. That is another beautiful mod that helps us with optimizing the textures when it comes to Skyrim, and it's going to be very big. Let's grab this one. This is why I love again installing a bunch of different mods. Get the Ghost Merchant one so we can close it. Let's see what else we need. Medieval Lanterns, we don't use that. Downguard Arsenal, we will grab that as well. Downguard Arsenal. What Downguard Arsenal does, it's like immersive weapons but pretty much on steroids for all of the Downguard weapons. Ars Metallica, we have that. Grab the optional file too. Install this one. Install the optional file, close some of that. And let's see what else do we have. Immersive patrols, never get immersive patrols. It is extremely dangerous for your game. Don't get any of that. Legacy of the Dragonborn, I don't like to use it. Let's get the patch for, again, the Wayshrines, that's ESL as well. And install all of that. The Overhaul glow restoration, which is all of those mods. You might think that they are very boring or weird to get, but trust me, all of them are adding so much when you put all of them together. It's what makes Skyrim feel fresh when you play it for the 100th time or your 100th playthrough. Continue to all of those. There is banners here on the some of the Dragonborn areas, which should be from the Morrowind, not the Morrowind, yes, the Morrowind looking like places. Yards wearing wristbands again, super cool addition. This one is cool for the restoration of the glow when it comes to the shield. Let's get this one. Let's grab the second one because we don't want to change how the Deadhounds look like. We might do that later on. And fix this one, and now we're gonna go back to Vortex and kind of fix all of the chaos we just caused. Summer Mist again, it adds so many new enchantments. It's one of the best, if not the best, enchantment mod when it comes to adding extra stuff when it comes to Skyrim weapons. Grab this one and grab the optimized scripts for Summer Mist again. And get all of those working. It's very nice to have. Vanilla type of enhancement when it comes to enchanting. Oh, that being said, we're gonna grab all of the patches at some point, but for now, no, that looks kinda weird. Let's just get this one right here. Let's go for this one and grab bulk enchanting redone, which changes how the enchanting system works. It's so much better by miles. And there is a new, what is it called? There is a new, I will say, mod right here, which kinda fixes some script fixes here and there, which are very nice. It's extremely small mods. Yeah, let's get some of those because those are some weird issues that they happen on the game. The script fixes from this mod right here. Get this one as well. All of those are new ones. Like, this is nice because you see those were before just sitting there, but now they're actually reading and having animations played. Just random scripts that for some reason they're kinda broken by default. And something that's very important to get actually, that's going to add so much into your game. But yeah, grab the dust effects. This is also nice because it affects dungeons. There is another dust overhaul or dust improvement mod This one is nice because it affects dungeons, it affects falling rocks, it affects kinda everything, while any other dust mod, which there are not that many, there is like 1 or 2 out there, they're affecting only specific dust on windows and things like that. Let's go and grab the insignificant object remover, and we want to be very careful with that. We don't want to remove everything, just remove some stuff here and there. We just want to get 1 or 2 things removed so it can again improve the frames. Again, get those 2 extremely small things, I mean, nothing too big, but again, small mods like that. I love this one because it adds HDD physics on the Thalmor banners, and actually there is a mod that, let's remove the pebbles, the kelps, there is another mod that does this for us. Let's go for this one first. Oh, there is 3 mods, okay, I forgot. Let's go for the other 3 mods. First of all, okay, movable banner, since we touched the banners when it comes to that. Let's go for movable banners. Most of the banners in game, as you can see from means, things like that, to actually move. And we need to grab the GS common cages too, which grab the movable chains, which makes chains to move with physics and things like that, which is super cool. And as we get that, also grab the GS cages. This is going to increase the texture of the cages. We're gonna go for 2K, but it's also going to work with the chain. So again, it's going to add so much more immersion when everything has physics and just moves around. Let's grab the movable banners as well. Is there any requirements here? No, there isn't. Grab this one too. Let's grab most of the security overhauls. So this is pretty much, as the mod says, a security overhaul. You're going to grab all of those, and I'm going to explain what happens with all of those things. So every different door is gonna have different things. That looks actually disgusting, but it adds a lot to the immersion. You can see here the requirements. Go and grab this one right here. Download that. There is a security overhaul, lock add-ons too. Check the requirements. These require the variation. Yeah, lock variations, never mind. Okay, we've got this one. Install the add-on on top of that. It's going to add, as you can see, extra add-ons too. I'm owning most of the CC content, so that should be fine. Regional locks, again, much more newer stuff too. Grab this one as well. Just make lockpicking look better. Grab the unique marker doors. Again, since we're grabbing those, there's so many mods to get. Just grab those to take it out of the way. There is a gem patch for, I think, one of the DLCs. Yeah, calling the cause. Alright, get all of that, get the security optional file, if you have the cause, again, that's only if you have the cause, and security overhaul patch for Ordinator, which is very nice actually, since we're having Ordinator, and Ordinator affects pickpocketing and lockpicking. This is going to be nice, and let's just get those for now, run the game, call it an episode, and show you again how the different game look. It's fine, I go for 2K textures, it's completely fine. Let's grab a bunch of other mods. I want to get both the sun and some of the clouds kinda work here. Let's go and grab, there is a patch for dynamic volumeter fogs and no sunlight. Very nice, cute little mod to have. Grab this one for the majestic mountains too. Go for 2K textures, make sure I'm picking the correct one. Get the Skyrim bridges. It's going to add bridges everywhere in the game, and trust me, they're completely fine to use. No issues, no nothing, as you can see here. I don't think I'm gonna use GK Skyrim as crazy as it sounds, because it actually destroys the FPS. We will see what we will do. Get those 2 here. Get the bridge twigs, which will be the ones here. Continue with everything. Check the requirements. This tweaks the bridges, makes them slightly better, fixes some issues here and there. Go for 2K textures. It's still installing the security overhaul. It's an extremely big mod. Don't use open cities, again, very dangerous mod, unless you're running an extremely small mod list. That being said, go always for 2K textures. Get Skyrim, better roads here. Get the blended roads. So there is quite a few mods to get. First of all, grab this one, the Waymark. It's one of the biggest, most important mods when it comes to adding and fixing the signs in game, and there will be patches for other mods. various mods for that. We're having the better roads, which we're gonna install right here. Let's grab the extra paths and let's grab the 4 mod installer right here. This is the blended roads. Let's go here. I will highly recommend just to grab the main file and go for the simplicity of snow patch as well and get this one, and also grab the misc patches when it comes to blended roads. We're not using cathedral landscapes, but it's fine because we're not gonna do any changes when it comes to that. So continue all the roads and all the bridges, get all of them working, and after this we can again launch Nemesis because we haven't done for the animation, a jumping animation overhaul. Let's grab Simplicity of Snow, which apparently I've been missing. Get the Simplicity of Snow, which also got an improved, better version. Launch Nemesis again, fix the jump animation overhaul, which I didn't like how it looked without the leap fix. I'm very sure we're gonna have some issues here with cleaning stuff, so 100% you're gonna see some stuff. And apparently not, I guess, which is great. 261 plugins later, let's see how the game looks with total of 261 plugins. If you made it to the 4th episode of this channel, you managed to install 261 plugins. When I was first installing mods in Skyrim, I had a horrible PC, let me tell you that, and I couldn't get more than 30 mods working. With the time passing, I managed to get a better system, but I was usually going for 100 mods, but after my very modern PC, after my last update with my system, I can actually run so many mods, and it's been a bliss in disguise. It is going to look so much better, trust me on that. For now, this is vanilla colors, vanilla Skyrim, so not everything is going to look as good as you have noticed, but we're building the foundations where you're gonna have a nice looking game. So let me check. So this is so much better. Yes, the sliding looks kinda weird, but honestly, I prefer having some slide when it comes to jumping. Let's actually have a go inside the city, check some of the NPCs, see how people are doing, and yeah, this is going to happen to you when you're using the console command because now there is a bridge here, which is completely fine. Let's go through the bridge. You're gonna have those bridges around, and again, all of those are very safe to use. I could use the medieval bridge patch, which adds better bridges everywhere, but I like the vanilla ones. I like the Skyrim looking ones because again, not too many textures. It looks damaged. It fits the Whiterun aesthetic. If I have picked the medieval bridges pack, this will look completely different, much more detailed. But I prefer when things look and feel vanilla, if that makes any sense. So this is a place again that you really want to go around and explore, just to figure out if your mod list is working. And again, you see some of the NPCs around, that's because of the NPC overhaul. This guy is running because of the giant, which used to cause problems. Here is the animations, you see the different animations that the giant has, which are nice. They're much more of a breath of a fresh air. I don't like all of the new animations when it comes to creatures, but the ones that again feel like Skyrim, I like to have. We're going to fix you as well. We're going to fix the caravan issues at some point, or the ferries, and those are just NPCs just chilling around. Let's go into Whiterun, which again, this looks, this is a courier, right? Of course it is. The card here is going to have me pass the persuasion check. Very nice. We're going to fix the doors too, I guess, on the next episode. For now, they're the vanilla one. And again, the vanilla ones. And I just want to show you how things work here and there. So, nothing too big happening. Again, you can see the FPS. I really want to keep my FPS just like that. If you go and grab things, you're gonna have those. So those are the sewers, which we can go and explore. You see the loot working, which is very nice. And again, I really want to keep the FPS looking like this. Again, the smoke looking weird here is because how the smoke is supposed to look, but it's going to get fixed with R&B on the next episode. Let's go to the sewers, explore, and every city now has a sewer system, which looks super cool. It has bosses, it has traps, it has riddles, it has rats that want to kill me, and oh boy, it's a crab too. Yeah, let's go to Riverwood. I might die here, but probably not. Modding Skyrim, if you know what you're doing, it doesn't matter how many mods you're putting into the game, Look at this, we're having 261 plugins with pretty much everything being overhauled up to 2000 normal maps and diffuse, textures, and the FPS are exactly the same, 60 FPS. If you're running a modern system, you can do this. Don't be afraid to put mods into your game. You're gonna put, you see the red hand is because it implies that we're going to steal it. And it is just beautiful, like the more mods we're going to add, it's going to add much more gameplay, much more things here and there. And as you can see from the removement, a significant object removement mod I've done, nothing really too big has been removed, but small things that kinda take away or drain FPS from your game. But yeah, this is the video. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching and supporting the channel by liking and commenting. Every time someone of you is commenting, it really warms my heart. I love reading those, and I'm just gonna chill here with my general NPC character and enjoy the view. Wishing you to have a beautiful week, beautiful day wherever you are, and know that I will be here making much more content when it comes to Skyrim. I will be making more videos when it comes to modding it. I just really want. Don't forget to subscribe and like the videos.